Today I'm going to show you how to put together your found alphabet in Photoshop. So today I have downloaded all of my letters that I found into one folder. I renamed each letter so that I could have them in alphabetical order, although somehow when I did go to view they didn't all. Let me try this one more time. If I select them all, I can go to view up here in the finder, and I can go to sort by, and I can go to name, but for some reason it's not quite putting it in alphabetical order. But anyways, they're pretty close to it. All right, so since all of you are doing one alphabet for an entire group, what I suggest is that you break up the work so that it's a little bit quicker and easier for all of you. So if you have 4 people in your group, there are 26 letters, so each of you will get between 6 and 7 letters that you'll have to resize and get ready to put into the final document. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, this first row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 6 letters. What I'm going to do, I opened my folder first of all that has all my letters in it. I'm going to take my cursor and select by dragging across A, B, C, D, E, F. I have the whole thing here, but I'm only going to show you some of the letters right now. And so I'm going to then take these letters and drag them together down to the Photoshop icon on the dock. And that will open all of the letters in separate tabs. Don't drag them directly into the, well, we're going to make a new document, but I wouldn't drag them directly into it because they're going to be much too large, and we're going to resize them before we drag them over. All right. So here we can see all of my letters are here. They're not quite in order, but I have labeled each letter. So here's my A. What you are going to do is resize all of the letters before we bring it into a new document. Okay, so one of you will make a new document. We'll go to File. We'll go to New. And we're going to make this new document, we're going to call it Found Alphabet. And you're going to put all your group members' names. In my case, it's just me. Got them all myself. All right. Now, with the width, you're going to make sure that the width is set for inches, not pixels, centimeters, millimeters, points, or picas. Make sure it's on inches. We're going to make it 16. The size is already here because I practiced ahead of time. Okay, 16 inches. The height is going to be 20. This is the size of our larger paper. And the resolution for printing is always going to be 300. All right, and it should say pixels per inch, not pixels per centimeter. The color mode will be RGB color. It will probably already be set for you. 8-bit. Custom content, we're going to just make the background white. That's what this little square here is. And the color profile is Adobe RGB. Okay, and the square pixels, all of this should already be set. Once you set it to 16 inches by 20 inches, 300 resolution, named it, set that it's RGB color, push create, and you get a new blank document. All right, next I'm going to go to my first letter. I'm going to go to image, image size. Okay, you're going to get an image size window, and we're going to change the size of this. This little lock here, make sure that that is on. It keeps the 2 dimensions proportional. Also make sure that this is set on inches and that the resolution is set on pixels/inch, pixels per inch. So here we go. We're going to go with, we're going to make we're going to start with the height. Each of the letters is going to be 4 high. I'm sorry, if they are you know what, the biggest dimension is going to be 4. So if it's a vertical, it is going to be a height. If it's a horizontal, you're going to change the width to 4. Okay, the other number will just kind of it will fill in for you. Since I filled in the height at 4, the width stayed proportional and it is at 3. The other thing you need to do is make sure that resample image is on. So this is checked on. Do that before you start changing the numbers. Okay, and then we're going to go to 300 pixels per inch and push OK, and it will jump down in size. All right, next we need to go to our toolbar. Over here we need to be on the very first tool, which is called the Move tool. Okay, we're going to go to our letter and we're going to click and hold the mouse down and don't let go. And we're going to bring it up to the Found Alphabet file tab. So click and drag until I go up to Found Alphabet, which is my new file. Drag it down, drag my cursor down. I've not let go of my mouse until now. And there we go. There's my letter. All right, at that point, I can close this up and I can say don't save. All right, next I'm going to the B. Again, image size, make sure it's on inches. We're going to make sure resample is checked on, and it's a vertical, so we're going to make the 4. We're going to make the 4 the height, and resolution is always going to be 300. Drag it up. Whoops, up here, Found Alphabet, bring it down. Remember, when you're dragging it in, you don't want to let go of the mouse. Okay, so we've got our B done. I'm going to go back and close that up, don't save, and go on to C. Image size. It's another vertical, so 4. Most of mine are vertical. I have very few horizontals. Some of you might have a lot more horizontals. Okay, so it's 4. My width is 3. I did use my phone for this. Okay, so your dimensions might look a little different from the start. However, always you just make the biggest of the 2 dimensions into 4, no matter what it is. The other one will take care of itself. Whatever it is, let it be. The resolution you always change to 300. It will probably say 72 when you bring it in. Push OK. Drag it up and over. Okay. Okay. At this point, I'm going to do a little moving over. So over here on my Move tool, there is an options bar up here for the Move tool. I'm going to push Auto Select, and that way I can move whatever layer I point to, whatever picture I point to. All of these pictures now are on separate layers. Okay, so if I'm on Auto Select, it will go directly to that layer. You can see that there are some guidelines that pop up that help me to line it up. Okay, all right, so if I don't have it on Auto Select, then I have to go directly to the layer in order to move it. There we go. Okay, so Auto Select, sometimes it's handy, sometimes you have to turn it off too. Another thing to keep in mind is there's something called Snap. It's under View. If it's on, it will make it a little harder to line things up. So make sure that Snap under View, go to View on the menu bar, make sure Snap is not checked on. Okay, so here we go. Just kind of double checking that. All right, so that was C. I'm going to close that up. Don't save. D, image size, height 4, resolution 300. Okay. Drag it over. Here's my D. Okay, and my E. It's a little funky. I kind of like it. Okay, we're going to go with image size, 300. Height is 4 because it's the biggest of the two dimensions. Click and hold, drag it over. Alrighty. So at this size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, so we might in the end have to make them a little smaller altogether, but I can show you how to do that later on. Okay, so let's see. So we have A, B, C, D, E. I can close up, don't save, E, close up D as well. All right, so my F would go on the next line. Okay, so if you are doing just some of the letters, like I said here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm doing 6 of them. The last one, image size, height, 4. Okay. All right, drag it over. And here's F. Okay. All right, so I would keep going. I'm not going to do that because I think you get the idea right now. I'm going to come back in a moment and I will show you how to how I finished it off. Okay, so right now I'm going to stop my video recording. Talk to you later.